Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning, fellow Jeep owners and future owners. If you are considering a Gladiator or Jeep Wrangler 2.0 four-door, welcome aboard. Now, as the title of the video says, how do I buy myself a reliable Gladiator or Wrangler, both pretty much the same car, truck, SUV. This is how you do it. And I can tell you, the more things change, the more things remain the same. It hasn't changed when I bought my first one back in 1997. And it didn't change since I bought my second one, which I had for 22 and a half years, in 2001. So there we go. Number one, there are several trim levels to both the Wrangler and the Gladiator. The Sport model is the base model, followed by the Sport S, as of right now, I believe. I think there's a Freedom Edition, the Willys Edition, then you got Mojave and Rubicon. Now, if reliability and problem-free is your most desirable trait for your future, Wrangler or Gladiator, then my suggestion to you is buy the base Sport model. The Sport model is bare bones. It is, you get the truck, and there are no options. You get the standard equipment for a Gladiator Wrangler, now compared to what was in 2001, is you will get your air conditioner, because back in 2001, that was an add-on. You will get your cruise control standard. That was an add-on back years ago. Backup cameras are now, at least in New York State, I think, are now law, so you have to have one. So in New York, I know that's standard. Your fog lights are standard. So all the stuff in the past that was considered a la carte or add-ons are now standard. Your radio, your basic radio, is now a standard item. If you're not into electronics, you don't need bells and whistles, and you want reliability, that is the only pretty much way to go. Now, there's always going to be exceptions to the rules. But for the three Jeeps I had, I've kept it simple. My current 2021 Sport model doesn't even have power windows, power locks, or power mirrors. That's right. So I have to go out there and actually adjust the mirror, and you can come back in the truck to look at it. And being I'm the only driver who drives in the family, because I'm the only who drives stick, that's not a big deal. Roll down windows, how lazy can you be? Roll down locks, how lazy can you be? Your key fob will be plain Jane. It will be a basic black square with an option to pop out the key to open and unlock the door. That is it. Stay away from all the electronics other than the standard features. I can honestly tell you that the only features that came on, the only options that came on this was the spray and bed liner, which I didn't want, and the tow package, the place to put a hitch. I didn't need it. It was only one or two options it came with. It doesn't bother me. It actually gives a nice little rugged look in the back. As minor as it is, I've usually put on a hitch cover that says Jeep on it now. Or if I want to hang my American flag or Trump flag in the summer, I put that piece on. So I can't say it's totally useless to me, but I don't tow. Two, get the 6-cylinder engine. It's been proven that when you maintain it, this thing will work and it'll go. Stay away from the turbo twin 4-cylinder Hurricane engine because I think aspirated engines are just more reliable. Well, no, they are more reliable. They're less needy. And being that twin 4 is a fairly new engine, I just stay the heck away from it. The Echo Diesel, especially the first generation in this vehicle, was god awful. As much as I wanted one and I liked it, stay away from it. Even the second variation of the Echo Diesel, although it was much better, eventually it was dropped from the Gladiator altogether for a reason. And I don't think is it even available in the Wrangler right now? I'm not even sure. But stay away from it. So stick to the naturally aspirated 6-cylinder engine. They just work. Three. If you're not lazy, get yourself a manual transmission. Now, I know there is a clutch recall, but Chrysler will fix that for free. It's a recall. It's on them. And I always said, if you cannot make a manual gearbox anymore, then you should be in business. Well, I can honestly tell you, in all 3 Wranglers I've had manual gearboxes. They've all worked great. This one is a little different because the first gear is very low. It took me about a couple of days to get used to the first gear. That's how different it was. But I like it. I always love manuals anyway. Do not get a Chrysler automatic transmission in any year from 2007 on. You're just asking for headaches. Sorry, you are. Now the downside about the manual, it tows about 4,300 pounds. The automatic tows 3,000 more pounds. So if you really need to tow, I would get another truck. But if you want a Jeep Gladiator and you need an automatic transmission, then I would buy a brand new 2024 or a 2023 because those transmissions are not Chrysler. They're imported from Germany. Now, how well do they perform? Reliable and durable they are? I don't know. There's not enough data on them. But as far as performance goes, those things are super smooth. Super smooth. It is beautiful how they work compared to the Chrysler jumpy, erratic transmissions they've been providing for years. So if you really do need an automatic, buy a 2023 or 2024 with the German transmission. I don't know about the reliability or durability, but they will perform much better and you'll be able to tow 3,000 more pounds than with the manual. And those are the main three things. Get the base sport model, get the 6-cylinder engine, and get a manual transmission. And by the way, you can only get the manual transmission with the 6-cylinder engine. And if you want to buy one for 2023, 2024, no, for 2024 only, it's the only engine choice now. They dropped the Echo Diesel. I'm assuming it will eventually adopt the Wrangler twin turbo 4-cylinder Hurricane engine. And if they do make a hybrid, I'm assuming it will inherit that engine also. I stay away from it. Because the amount of money you think you're going to save in gas, well, the car is going to cost you about $10,000 to $12,000 more. So unless you keep it long enough to save $10,000 to $12,000 more in gas, I wouldn't bother with it. And maintenance is more expensive on a hybrid, and repairs are way more expensive on a hybrid because the technology is that much more crazy. So you're not really saving anything. So those are the three main things: base sport model, 6-cylinder engine, manual transmission. And stay away from additional electronics. Like I said, I don't even have power windows, locks, and mirrors in this thing. I have the base 5-inch screen, AM, FM radio. It doesn't even have the XM button for it. Now, you can get one with an XM already on it, or you can have the cable put in for your current radio if it doesn't have it. It's not a big deal. But again, with the invention of smartphones now, the fact that you can get played through your Bluetooth on your phone, why would you need it anyway? Unless you live in an area where your cell phone reception is pretty crappy. The only other thing I've done to this is I put a tonneau cover on, and you're not going to have many problems with tonneau covers, and they're not that expensive to fix or replace. I had drop step eye armor steps put on that came with it. Those are nice. You're not going to get any problems with running boards. It's not electronics. And I had tinted windows. What do all those things have in common? They're not electrical. Like I said, I even have the base radio. I always believe that Jeeps are best when they're basic, utilitarian, which is how they were made originally. To me, it's not a Jeep. You start adding bells and whistles, everything, you're pretty much making like every other truck or SUV in the market. And if that's the case, I'm not going to lie, I would go buy a Toyota 4Runner if you're going to do that, or Toyota Tacoma. And those are pretty basic trucks too. I mean, they're basically body on frame trucks also. But I always believe Jeep should be basic and utilitarian. Now, I understand since the 4-door versions came out in 2007, families, they need more stuff. I understand. I get it. And it allowed for people who always wanted a Jeep to have a Jeep with a family. So I get that also. But this is a video for people who pride themselves on reliability and durability. That's the way to go. That's the way I did my 95 YJ Islander. That's what I did for my 2001 Wrangler TJ Sport. And that's what I did with the Gladiator Sport. I've kept it basic and kept it simple. My YJ lasted almost 300,000 miles. I wasn't the original owner though. I was like the third owner, but when I traded it in for my 2001, it was still good. I just wanted a 2001. And my 2001, it lasted. I bought it brand new for 22 and a half years. Never a problem. My most expensive repair was spending $1,100 on new brake lines when I was 16 years old. And then 2 weeks later, I spent $400 on an alternator. That was it. But that was a basic vehicle. 6-cylinder, straight 6, manual transmission. My only electronics were AC, cruise control, fog lights. That was it. I didn't even have anti-lock brakes. And I had half metal doors. The only feature this thing has, I wish it didn't have, is this ridiculous start-stop feature. I always hit the button anyway to make sure it doesn't, it's never in use. Other than that, I've owned my Gladiator now for just over 3,000 miles. I like it very much. Not a problem in the world. We're in the middle of the winter. I'm looking forward to cruising the top down in a couple more months. We'll see, but that's how you buy a reliable Jeep Wrangler or Gladiator this day and age. Keep it simple, stupid. If you need all the other stuff, you need automatic transmission, I'm going to tell you what I tell every other Jeep owner or possible new owner. Welcome to the Jeep life. Question, comments down below. What's your opinion? I'd like to know. And we'll talk to you later. Happy Jeep, everyone.